Road to Infamy Games has a title I saw, and I want to tell you about it. Fromage. This is for 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and should take you about 30 to 45 minutes to finish. You are a French cheese maker in the early 20th century, making, aging, and selling your artisanal cheeses. Become the most prestigious cheesemaker in all of France by running a highly successful creamery and crafting exceptional cheese. Fromage is a simultaneous worker placement game where players place workers to make cheese and gather resources from the quadrant of the board facing them. Once all the players have placed their workers, the board rotates, aging any cheese that was made and presenting each player with a new quadrant to place workers into. Score prestige points by selling cheese to the 4 locations, and by effectively managing and upgrading your very own creamery. Okay, well, it sounds a little cheesy. I had to say it. But yeah, come on. I mean, not another game. Oh, being flooded here. Not another game where you're playing a French cheese master in the early 20th century with a game board is a lazy Susan. Hey, wait a second. What am I saying? I've never heard of this before. Definitely, wow. Everything about this is new to me and catching my attention. I had to look in more into this. From what I'm reading here, I think this sounds like a nice twist on worker placement with an importance on orientation, because the way you play and where you play things is going to change, because you're basically playing on a lazy Susan, and it's going to keep rotating. Hey, you got to plan ahead differently in this game, because you are not playing in the same field. You're playing in an absolutely new field each turn until it comes back around to you. Okay, this is something else. Has me hook, line, and sinker. Now, I'm seeing reviews about this talking about that at its core, this game seems to revolve around being several mini-games that all are encapsulated by the one main system of the game, Fromage. And by playing these mini-games, you're going to become more successful. I mean, you have to play the mini-games to win the game. And in that sense, it kind of reminds me of the monsters in Horrified, how each of them are their own little mini-game. Is this a trend? If so, I'm enjoying it. More games, please, with mini-games in them in order to win the big main core game. Yeah, I'm on board. I am absolutely in love with these components. Everything from the, from your workers who are like on a piece of cheese, cow meeples. You have animal meeples. Because you're a creamery. Where the hell are you getting the cream from? Cows. So we need some cool looking cow meeples on board too. The art is really beautiful. The art captures the feeling perfectly, I think, with the essence. It's a very thematic. It's very on point. When you look at this, you definitely think of, something that you would see in an old-timey 20th century kitchen, especially European or families from Europe, the way they would decorate and the art that would stick out in the kitchen, or in old-time bakeries and creameries and places like that. This art is very, very reminiscent of that, and I appreciate the fact that they went that far to help capture the theme like this. Thankfully, another thing that I'm reading that we all want to know is the rules, and the reviewers all seem to be in agreement that the rules for this are quite easy, almost organic to follow, to pick up, to understand, and that these rules are very easy for teaching. This is the kind of game, apparently, that you can pick up, open up, and, within 10 minutes, 5 minutes, you've gone through the rules enough to know the basics of trying the game out. Hey, that's great. I mean, we all, to some degree or another, love big, huge projects of a board game that'll take all day, but sometimes we just want something a little easier, We're not spending half the day reading the rules and references. So I'm glad they made this a nice, easy game. Because of how the rules are set up. Because of the concept of this game also, I'm really feeling, although I didn't hear this particularly called out, and I'm reading between the lines here, I'm really thinking that this is a fun, almost perfect family-style game that you can sit down with your spouse and your kids. But at the same time, the strategy levels out in this game. You know, what we're looking at here, remember, it is for 14 and up. It's not for 8 or 10. I mean, you know your kids. Maybe an 8-year-old you have is good for this game. But generally speaking, this game, the strategy is what's really going to carry this through, no matter whether it's a beginner or whether it's someone more seasoned with board games. Apparently, the level of strategy in this game is going to be what really keeps your attention, what really gets you going back to play again and again. Very freaking cool. I mean, altogether, normally, to tell you the truth, this is, if I saw this game just sitting in my friendly local gaming store on the shelf, I would just pass right by, totally. But here online, seeing things thrown up at me, like quotes and reviews, and seeing the meeples and images and stuff, made me go look at it a little more. And it's because of that this has made it to my gaming radar. That this is a game that I would enjoy having on the shelf, and I think my wife would enjoy playing, and some of my buddies would too. So yeah, if it wasn't for me seeing things online, if I'd passed this in the store, I might not have looked at it a second time, but this is worth it. Yeah. So why don't you go get some more information, see what you think, and come back and let us know. Let us know what's on your mind about the game Fromage.